Do you love what you do? Woo! Do you love what you do every day? Your profession, your job, your career, being a mother, a father, a teacher, a coach, a policeman. Do you love what you do? Can you say you love your job? Can you say that you love your career? Can you say you love being a father, being a mother? This is what we are going to talk about today. I'm so excited. I am grateful to be alive. The best and the greatest day to be alive is today. This is Winners for Life Coaching Podcast, and this is Coach Antonio Landis Thompson, and you're listening to Winners for Life Coaching Podcast, a place where you discover your success, discover your greatness, discover your purpose, discover your destiny, and become all that you were designed to be. Sit back, relax, and let us go on a journey together of transformation. Whew. What are you grateful for? Before we get into this coaching session, let's pause for a second, take a breath. What are you grateful for? I'm just grateful for life. I'm grateful for a new washing machine. Oh, we were out for a couple of days and we finally got a washing machine. Some things you just got to let it go. But sometimes, you know what I realize before we get into the coaching session? Sometimes you don't know the value or of something until it's gone. Sometimes I think we get so used to these appliances. But that one thing that you're no longer using, sometimes you don't realize how that what affects everybody. I mean, one washing machine, it washes everybody clothes. So imagine if you don't talk to you. Imagine if the washing machine was a person and you ignore that person. You didn't even talk to Mr. or Mrs. Washing Machine. But when they gone, so this is a little food for thought. Whatever you have, appreciate it. Appreciate your family, appreciate your wife, appreciate your friends, because guess what? When it's gone, you're going to miss it. Can I get permission to coach you today before we go in this session? Can I get permission? Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers. We're going to get right into it. If you want to know more inspiration, motivation, visit AntonioLandisThompson.com. Me and my buddy this morning, we were talking about Peter Ronks, better known as the Wano Sanders, and I dedicate this podcast to him. And also I dedicate this podcast to Mr. Harry Dan. These are two brothers that we connect in the morning. Ooh. Who are you connecting with in the morning? Who's coming in your ears in the morning? What type of friends, what type of people are speaking into your ears in the morning? Are they causing you to go higher or are they causing you to go down lower? So we was having this discussion, me and Peter Ronks. Do you love what you do? And he likes working on engines, and he's like, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. He was working on some engines with a car or what have you. That's what he loves to do. Now, before I get ahead of myself, so our focus today, our agreement is that we are going to go into this coaching session and we're going to talk about, do we really love what we do? We're going to really dissect that, put that under a microscope and really look into that and pull that apart. After this conversation, when you hear something say, do you love what you do? What would you like to gain? What is something that you would like to say, you know what, this was helpful? What is the end game? Yeah, what is that objective? Before you go into a coaching session with any coach, you have this, it's very important that you have, okay, what is your expectation? So therefore, if you're sitting down being coached by somebody, guess what? We are expecting an outcome. Right? We don't just go and visit to the doctor just to get a visit. We go to the doctor. Why? Be expecting an outcome. We want to what? Assess to see what's going on with this physical body. So when you go into a coaching session, make sure that coach asks you, like, what do you really want to get out of this coaching session? That's very important. And overall, what we're saying is, what is the purpose of this session? And the purpose of this session is that we're going to dissect, do we love what we do? And I started to think about that. Like, do you love being a teacher? Mm. Do you love being a policeman? Do you love being a pastor? Do you love being an electrician? Do you love being a father? Do you love being a mother? Whoo, this is a good question coming up. Because on the last podcast, we talked about, are you living a lie? Do you love being what you were created to be? Ooh, let's just pause there for a second. Do you love being what you were designed to be? I love recording these episodes. I love getting on a mic, using words to communicate to an audience, to a community, to a group of people, to encourage them, inspire them. I don't never get tired of it. It's not like I have to record another podcast. I will say to myself, oh, I have to record another podcast because guess what? I have to get one to come out next week or the following week. And what I'm learning now is that instead of waiting to the last minute, what has really freed me up is that just recording in advance and just have it ready. But I don't wake up saying, I gotta go record another podcast for Winners for Life Coaching podcast. What I'm going to say today, I might be brainstorming like what I'm feeling, because there's so many things, there's so many things I could talk about, but I want to talk about the right thing. It's never a burden for me to record an episode. Ooh. I get on this mic and I get before this camera to record this episode. Why? Because I love what I do, because guess what? I know the impact that it's going to have. And guess what? Some of you never met me, but you can feel the love that is coming through this camera or this microphone. When you don't love what you do, people can see it. Ooh. I was walking out of a store the other day, and they had a lady to the front. You know how some stores you go in, and they check your receipt or make sure you have the correct items as you exit out of that store. Before, I think I mentioned this on my one of my episodes. As I was walking out, this lady had this beautiful smile. Her smile was radiant like the sunshine. And I said, what's behind that smile? She said, oh, gratitude. She said, gratitude. I said, every time I come in here, I see you smiling. Mind you, she's not at the cash register. I don't even know her position. She's at the last place that you exit as you leave the store. But you could tell she loved just talking to the customers as they leave, talking to the families and talking to the kids. Her love was, it was transparent. You can see it. You could feel it. She loved doing it. You go into a restaurant, and the way this waiter talks to you or the waitress talks to you, the way they take your order, their posture, their body language, like what we learn is that what speaks louder than words is your body language. And I did an episode about that before. When I went into a place and I got my order, I wasn't nasty in words, but my demeanor, my body language was saying something. And the lady checked me. She said, you could smile. Right? And so you in that restaurant and you be like, I got to give this person a good tip. All of us experience that where you went way and beyond above what you would tip normally. Why? Because this person did such an excellent job. Because you saw the love coming through it. You go into a classroom, and the way this teacher have a classroom laid out, the way she talks to the student, she's in charge. She corrects them when they needs to be corrected, or he corrects them when they needs to be corrected. But you sitting down in the back and you never met this teacher before. And the way they communicate to the students, the way they teach the lessons, the way they put in analogies, it's like they take this lesson plan and they take this 30, 45 minutes or an hour class, and they bring in all kind of, you would think you like were watching a movie, and it's like you could tell she loves what she do. She loves what she do. I want to check in with you right now. I don't want to assume everything is all right. I don't want to assume everybody listening to this podcast love what they do. How you doing in this moment? How you doing, man? What emotions is coming up? And this is what I want to ask you right now after hearing that. You might be listening to this in your car, or you might be listening to this at your desk, at your computer, at your work, or at your business. Do you really love what you do? That job that you went to this morning, do you love that job or do you hate that job? And I've been there where I've been transparent. I know what it is to be in an environment where you say, boy, I'm not feeling this no more. I feel like something has to happen. I feel like something has to change. Do you love that job as being someone who landscapes? Like, do you love being a father? Let's be real. Or is it painful, or just you tired of being a father? Or tired being a mother? You see, if what we do, if there is no love in it, we are wasting our time. Oh! If what I do every day in life, it don't even have to be your job. If I go and decide I want to cut my neighbor's yard for them, and I've had my neighbor has done that for me a few times. Not just, the whole front yard. But I can do something good. I can do something good. But if I do something good and there is no love behind it, then what I've done, I've just wasted my time. Ooh. I can get up and I can do an excellent episode, and people's lives can be impacted. People's lives can be changed. People can say, hey man, this changed my life. I can write the most beautiful books that brings transformation to people. I can coach millions of people around the world, and they said, Coach, I thank you because of you and the gift that you have. I've discovered my success, my greatness, my purpose, and the destiny. I can encourage men to be great fathers, but if everything that I do, if I didn't do it in love, then what I did was just a waste of time. Ooh. Now here's a coaching question. If what you do every day, if there is no love in it, the question is why there's no love. Woo. And you need to assess that. You cannot, it's like you're riding this road every day, and every time you go over this road, there's a bump. There's a bump. And every day you see that bump. Every day you could feel that bump. And that bump probably irritates you. Hmm? You cannot act as if the bump don't exist. Right? That's where we get in, and we've all been there. That is where we get into the denial phase, meaning that we see it, but we don't want to. We try to say it's not real. If you're sitting on that job, this is for somebody. If you're sitting on that job, or if you're working on that job, and you hate that job, you have to ask yourself, where is this hate coming from? Because I have a secret for you. Woo! I have a secret for you. Whatever you feel inside and whatever you are vibrating on inside, it is seen on the outside. Woo! Whatever you are vibrating, or whatever spirit you are operating, whatever mood and attitude that you are operating on the inside, you don't have to tell nobody nothing. Guess what? It comes out. If you hate your job, you don't have to tell nobody you hate your job. They see it in your work. I don't care. You could be the best salesman. You could be the number one employee at that company. If you hate what you do, people will see that. If you hate your job as a teacher, you don't have to tell nobody. You don't have to put a bumper sticker. If you hate your job, people see it. Whew. Because whatever just how I saw that lady with that beautiful smile, and she didn't even have to be. She probably didn't even have to be conscious that she was smiling, because it was just vibrating out of. You ever been around some people, you just stand by them and you could just feel like, oh, like you could feel like because energy is real. You cannot fake this thing. You can tell if I hated doing this podcast, you would feel it. Yeah. If you hate that job, maybe you need to leave that job. Because you hating that job, you're becoming like a cancer to the job. And what you're going to do is, because you hate that job or you hate wherever you at, it's going to start affecting people around. Yeah. And when there's one bad apple, it's best to get that apple out quickly, because we don't want that to be exposed to other people. But here's the good thing. You don't have to be on a job. You don't have to be a father, a mother, whatever that is. You don't have to be in a hate state. You could be in a place where you are loved. You could be in a place where you are appreciative. But here's the thing. You can hate that job, but guess what? Going to a new job necessarily don't fix it. It's a new start. It's like getting a new pair of tennis, a new pair of cars, a new car, a new washing machine, right? You get that new thing, and then after a while you get used to it. And after you get used to it, now it becomes like it's old. And maybe you don't appreciate it no more. You see, if you don't hate your job, before you go to another job, I want you to go within yourself and ask, what needs to be fixed? Woo. The job is not the problem. Woo. Because when you leave that job is going to be there. And the job that you hate, boy, we're staying on this job for long. The job that you hate, or that environment that you hate, there's somebody there that love that. because you can leave this job that you don't like and you could go to a new job. Whew. But if you don't change and work on yourself, you're going to end up going to that new job. You're going to end up going into that new relationship, end up going into that new environment. You're going to end up going into that new country. You're going to end up going into that new career. You're going to end up going into that new business. And just how you hated on this side, you're going to start hating all over again. Why? Because you didn't look within and you didn't deal what was the root of the hate. That is why I tell people every day, start your day off being grateful. Oh, we got to bring this to a close. Do you love what you do? And we just had a discussion today talking about that and assessing that. Like, what did you get out of this today? Were your expectations met? Like, was this beneficial to you? Hmm? I want you to write down before we end this coaching session. I want you to write down what is your takeaways. I know sometimes I used to say this and sometimes I forgot saying it, but what is your takeaway out of this coaching session? Yeah. Like, what is your takeaway? Because we talked about this week about do you love what you do? Like, what is your takeaway? But also, I want to even go deeper. I want you to write down one or three, but at least one. What is one action step that you are going to implement today that will cause you to start to look at why you don't love what you do? Or what is an action step that you can write down after hearing all of this? Hmm? After hearing all of this information, what is one action step that you can write down? What is an action step that you could write down that can encourage you, motivate you, or help you to really love what you do? And I want you to be real with yourself. Yeah, yeah, this was good. If you don't love what you do, you don't have to tell people. People will see it. They see it in our actions. Why? Our body language speaks louder than words. Hmm? Action speaks louder than words. Our attitude. I encourage you today. Oh, you are placed in this world, whatever is that profession you have, whatever that job is, you are placed in this world to walk in love. I encourage you, if you don't love what you do every day, start asking yourself why you don't love it and what can happen or what can I do to cause myself to love it. The purpose that God gave you was not a purpose that he gave you to be painful. If your purpose is to be a teacher, to be a politician, a pastor, a writer, a singer, that was given to you, but that was given to you, but also for you to appreciate and love what you do. And whatever we do in life, whew, it's very important that we love what we do, because if we don't love what we do, we would be wasting our time. This is Coach Antonio Landis Thompson, and you've been listening to Winners for Life Coaching Podcast, a place where you discover your success, your greatness, your purpose, your destiny, and become all what you were designed to be. Your purpose was never lost. Your purpose is inside of you. The best and the greatest day to be alive is today. There's no secret to my success. There's no secret to your success. There's a wealth of greatness inside you. There's a wealth of greatness inside me. I am, you are, we are the captain of our ships and the masters of our destiny. You can visit AntonioLandisThompson.com for more motivation and inspiration episodes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing the podcast. But before we go, what are you grateful for? Share this podcast, this episode with somebody. And we talked about today, do we love what we do? And if we don't love what we do, we need to ask ourselves why. But also, we went deeper that I might hate this job, I might hate this position, I might hate this environment, but we can change and go in a different environment, and that environment don't necessarily, we might take that same pain into a different environment, but would we realize that, guess what? It's not the job, it's not the career, it's not that new location that is going to make you better. What's going to make you better is that you got to go within and you got to work on yourself and make that change to be a better person. I love you. Your day is going to be amazing. Do you love what you do? Blessings.